Dear viewers, buying a life insurance policy is not as simple as people think. It's a major decision of life, and several calculations have to go into it, and several selections have to be made while you buy the policy. While these are the things that you need to look at the time of buying the policy, there is something else that you need to be doing once you buy the policy. In this episode, I am going to talk to you about 7 things that you need to be doing once you buy your life insurance policy. This is NRI Money Clinic for you, and I am Dr. Chandrakant Bhatt, investment consultant and a financial planner.
NRI Money Clinic. No hype, just the right advice.
Now that you have bought the policy, let us look at one by one thing that you need to be doing after buying this insurance policy. The first thing that you have to do when you buy a policy and when you have got your policy document in hand or in your mail, please tell your wife or nominee where are the documents kept. The place where you have kept it, or you can scan the policy document and put it in a mail and put it in a proper mail folder. And you can share it with your wife if she has an email ID, or you can tell her where she can find the policy in the unfortunate event of you being not there. Point number 2. Drive home this point to your wife or nominee. There is no need of an original policy document to make a claim on the policy. This should be known. See, many a times I have seen people did not find the policy document, because of which the claims which are genuinely arising out of the life insurance are not made with the insurance company. It is not essential that you have to have an original document to make the claim. These days, in fact, most of the companies do not even issue an original document. They send it by email and it will have a document name. Even if you are a person who has purchased a policy many years before, there is no need to have an original policy document to make the claim. All that is required is what is your policy number, which branch it is. If these details are known, you can approach the branch and make a claim on. Therefore, when you buy a policy, please inform your wife in the unfortunate event of you are not able to locate the policy, or if it is lost in a transit or in a fire or whatever the accident, the claim will not get nullified. This point should be known to the wife or the nominee very well when you buy the policy. Point number 3. All the contact details. When you bought a policy, you must write inside and leave a note with whom you have purchased this policy, his contact number. If you have purchased it from a brokerage house, the brokerage contact details. If you have purchased from a company direct, then the company's contact numbers. Fill all these things and keep it inside the policy document. Your wife should know whom she should contact in the unfortunate event of you being not there. Otherwise, what could happen is, because they don't know whom to contact, even though you have a genuine claim on the policy, the claim may not be submitted to the company at all. Point number 4. What is the process to make a claim on? Leave a brief description there. For example, if the claim is for death, a death certificate to be submitted. The nominee's ID proof to be submitted. Nominee's bank account details to be submitted. Most insurance companies have very simple documentation to make claims on. These are not complex documents at all. I have processed so many claims from different countries. If you do things very correctly, insurance companies are very helpful. They will go out of their way to help you. But it's a good idea that you tell your nominee that what are the documents that are required. This will help the smooth claim processing in case if the claim were to arise. Point 5. If the claim arises and a big amount of money comes into the control of wife or the nominee. Now it's a good idea that you document very well beforehand what is that your wife has to do with that money. See, most of the time what happens is it's the men who take care of the finances. Wife just doesn't take interest around that time. Now when you purchase the policy, The purchase of this policy is for specific purpose. You would have thought, okay, my wife has to keep this money in the bank and leave out of interest. Or you would have calculated your children require so much of a money for their education purpose. Or you have a loan and to pay for that, this policy proceeds may have been identified. It's a good idea that you write down for what purpose you have purchased this policy, and if you were to be not there, what is that your wife should do. Write it in clear details. The EMIs to be clear, how much should be set aside for children, what is that she should use money for, how she should live with this money. Write everything. She needs your guidance. Remember, when you are not there, physically you are not there, she is not able to handle finances and she is engulfed with all kinds of vultures around her. She finds it very difficult to take a decision. But if you have written each and everything beforehand and kept it there and have also discussed with her, it becomes easy for her to dispose of this money in a wise and safe manner. Point number 6. It is equally essential that you tell your wife what all the things she should not do. She should not tell anyone how much of life insurance claim she has got. This is absolutely essential. She should keep it a secret, and this secret should be known to very close inner circles only. It should not be discussed with unwanted persons, even brothers and sisters, even with children. If you are not very sure about how children can handle this money, then it's not a good idea to discuss even with children. Keep this a secret. The moment people come to know that you have got big insurance claim, people will come with a lot of ideas. Remember, the world is filled with vultures. Now, your wife is there and she is alone. Physically, you are not there to guide her. She will come under pressure. Each person keeps talking to her one or the other thing. When you are not there, there were several people who could have helped her. She might feel obligated to doing what they are telling. So please tell her not to disclose to anyone how much of money she has got. If you have written like my earlier point that how the money has to be utilized, she is pretty clear how it should be disposed of, where it should be stored or where it should be invested. It becomes easier. If it is not written, please tell her she should not lend money to any individual. These days the bank rates are low. So there are enough people, the businessman or a friend or somebody in the family, somebody in the relatives group or someone else may tell her, look, instead of keeping this money in the bank, why don't you lend this money to me and I'll give you a better rate of return or a high rate of interest. This is one of the sure ways of losing all the good things that you have done for your family. Please tell her in your absence, the only place where she has to go and keep money is in the bank and nowhere else. Do not trust anyone's word. When you are not there, what is very important is preserving the capital. Return of capital is more important than the return on capital. It's also a good idea that if you can write down the name of the advisor whom you have comfort with. If you have been working with such advisors for a long period of time, if you are convinced that their integrity is beyond doubt, they will not misguide, they will not do wrong things, it's not a bad idea to refer that name in the document that you have. If you have to take any suggestion, go to only these people. That perfectly works fine. So those advisors are working with you. They know your family situation and you know about their intentions and their capabilities. They could guide. Otherwise, taking advice when you are not there from unknown people can be inviting trouble and all the good work that you have done can be lost. You also need to inform your wife that if a claim were to arise, she is under no obligation to pay any commission to any person to make a claim on this particular policy. This could be the same person from whom you would have bought the policy or any other person. There is no obligation whatsoever. She doesn't have to part even one single rupee or one single dollar, whatever it is, to make a claim on the policy. Likewise, because somebody helped you doing this, there is no obligation that you should go and buy one unwanted policy with that person. I would like to add here one point. There is no need of visiting the place of an insurance company physically. Now for NRIs, what happens is they'll be working in Dubai or some country. They buy policy there and the claim arises in some other country. If they have stayed in Canada or Australia or they go back to India, claim may arise in those places. Is there a need for you to visit Dubai or any other place from where you have bought the policy? Answer is no. You just don't need to visit any place. All that is required is intimate the company via an email and company will send you the claim document. These procedures are extremely simple process. You can finish all this, scan and send it to them, ask them to check it. If everything is in order, then you can courier the document to them. That's more than sufficient. Your ID document, your bank account details, insurance company is going to verify and you will have a very smooth claim process. There is nothing to be worried about. There is no need to visit any other country or any other place, even within India. The last point, when you have bought an insurance policy, for protection of your wife, you don't need to do a certain thing beyond this point. You don't need to keep reinforcing to your wife that you still love her. Every time she asks you, do you love me? Just show her the policy and say that you have paid the premium. That's a proof that you love her. Dear viewers, if you want to buy insurance policies, be it in India or in Middle East, you can make best use of our services. Our team members can help you design the proper policy and suggest you the best policies for you to buy through our distribution network. You can reach to us through the WhatsApp message on the number shown here on the screen and one of our team members will help you go with the process. Dear viewers, hope the topic that I have done today helped you to understand what all the things that you need to do once you buy an insurance policy. Please like this video. If you are a person who is yet to subscribe for this channel, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. Don't forget to share these videos with your friends and relatives. Thank you very much for watching this episode on NRI Money Clinic. I shall be back with you with yet another very useful topic very soon.
Press the bell icon for more details and subscribe our channel.